Hey there, horror fans. Are you ready for a spine-chilling story that'll keep you up at night? Today, I've got a tale about a little boy named Timmy. Timmy was just your average 6-year-old, except for one terrifying detail. He was possessed. It all started on Halloween night. Timmy was out trick-or-treating, dragging his heavy bag of candy from door to door, but as the night wore on, something changed. The normally sweet and shy Timmy became menacing. Legend has it, Timmy knocked on an old woman's door. When she handed him a single piece of candy, his eyes turned pitch black. Without a word, he lunged at the poor lady, leaving her screaming as she slammed the door shut. But that wasn't the end of it. Every house he visited after that wasn't safe. Timmy's attacks grew more aggressive. He scratched, he bit, he even clawed at the doors, demanding more candy. Word spread quickly through the neighborhood, and soon no one dared to answer their door. People started to see Timmy for what he really was. A vessel for something dark and evil. Parents warned their kids to stay away, but it was too late. Timmy's hunger for candy was insatiable, driven by the malevolent spirit within him. No one knows what became of Timmy after that night. Some say he still roams the streets every Halloween, looking for those who dare to cheat him of his candy. So, if you hear a knock on your door and see a small figure in the shadows, think twice before you open it. It might just be Timmy, waiting to attack. Stay safe this Halloween, folks, and remember, sometimes it's better to be generous with your candy. You never know what might happen if you're not. Happy haunting! Welcome back, brave souls. In the first chapter, we uncovered the chilling tale of Timmy and the terrifying Halloween night that turned him into the Candy Demon. But the story doesn't end there. In this chapter, we delve into the secrets of the neighbors who witnessed Timmy's transformation firsthand. One dark and stormy night, a curious soul decided to investigate the mysterious events surrounding Timmy. This brave soul, let's call him Alex, had always been fascinated by the supernatural and was determined to uncover the truth. Armed with nothing but a flashlight and a notebook, Alex set out to visit the neighbors who had encountered Timmy on that fateful Halloween. The first house Alex visited belonged to Mrs. Thompson, an elderly woman who had lived in the neighborhood for decades. As Alex knocked on her door, he could hear the distant sound of thunder rumbling in the sky. Mrs. Thompson opened the door cautiously, her eyes filled with a mix of fear and curiosity. "Mrs. Thompson, I need to know about Timmy," Alex said, his voice trembling slightly. "What happened that night?" Mrs. Thompson sighed and motioned for Alex to come inside. She led him to her living room where she began to recount the events of that dreadful Halloween. "That night I saw Timmy's eyes change," she whispered, her voice barely audible. "They turned pitch black like the eyes of a demon. He attacked me, demanding more candy. I barely managed to escape." As she spoke, Alex could see the terror etched on her face, but there was something else, something she wasn't telling him. "Mrs. Thompson, is there more to the story?" he asked gently. She hesitated, then nodded. "There is a secret we neighbors have kept for years. Timmy wasn't the first to be possessed. There were others before him, children who vanished without a trace. We believe there's a dark force in this neighborhood, a force that preys on the innocent." Alex's heart raced as he scribbled notes in his notebook. He thanked Mrs. Thompson and made his way to the next house, determined to uncover more secrets. He visited several neighbors, each with their own terrifying tales of encounters with Timmy and the malevolent force that seemed to haunt the neighborhood. One neighbor, Mr. Johnson, revealed that he had seen strange symbols carved into the trees near his home, symbols that seemed to pulse with an eerie energy. Another neighbor, Mrs. Garcia, spoke of hearing whispers in the dead of night, whispers that called out to her children. With each visit, the pieces of the puzzle began to fall into place. Alex realized that the Candy Demon was not just a legend, it was a manifestation of a dark and ancient evil that had plagued the neighborhood for generations. As the night wore on, Alex grew more determined to uncover the truth. He knew that the secrets of the neighbors held the key to understanding Timmy's possession and the dark force that lurked in the shadows. But little did he know his investigation would lead him down a path of unimaginable horror. Stay tuned for the next chapter, where we dive even deeper into the origins of the Candy Demon and the chilling events that led to Timmy's possession. You won't want to miss what's coming next. Welcome back, brave souls. In our last chapter, Alex uncovered chilling secrets from the neighbors, revealing a dark force that has haunted the neighborhood for generations. Now, in our final chapter, Alex faces the ultimate test of courage, confronting the Candy Demon himself. Determined to put an end to the terror, Alex prepared for the confrontation. Armed with the knowledge he had gathered and a resolve stronger than ever, he made his way to the old abandoned house at the edge of the neighborhood, the place where it all began. As Alex approached the house, the air grew colder and an unnatural silence enveloped him. The house loomed ominously against the stormy sky, its windows like dark, empty eyes staring into his soul. With a deep breath, he pushed open the creaking door and stepped inside. The interior was shrouded in darkness, save for the occasional flash of lightning illuminating the decaying walls. Alex's flashlight beam cut through the gloom, revealing symbols carved into the wood. Similar to the ones Mr. Johnson had described, they seemed to pulse with a sinister energy. Suddenly, a chilling voice echoed through the house, sending shivers down Alex's spine. "You should not have come here," it hissed. "Leave now, or face the same fate as those before you." Ignoring the warning, Alex pressed on, following the voice to the basement. The stairs creaked under his weight, each step echoing like a heartbeat. As he reached the bottom, he saw a figure standing in the center of the room, Timmy, or what was left of him. His eyes were pitch black and his once innocent face was twisted into a malevolent grin. "Timmy!" Alex called out, his voice steady despite the fear gripping his heart. "I'm here to end this. You don't have to be a pawn of this dark force any longer." The candy demon laughed, a sound that was both childlike and deeply sinister. "You think you can stop me? You are nothing but a mere mortal?" But Alex was undeterred. He pulled a small ancient book from his bag, one that Mrs. Thompson had given him. It contained a ritual, a way to banish the dark force that had possessed Timmy and the other children. As Alex began to recite the incantation, the room shook violently. The symbols on the walls glowed brighter, and the candy demon screamed in rage. Shadows writhed and twisted around him, but Alex continued, his voice growing stronger with each word. Suddenly, the darkness that enveloped Timmy began to peel away, revealing the frightened child within. "Help me," Timmy whispered, his eyes momentarily flickering with their original color. With a final, powerful word, Alex completed the ritual. The dark force let out a deafening roar before dissipating into the ether, leaving Timmy collapsed on the floor, free from its grasp. Alex rushed to Timmy's side, lifting him gently. "It's over, Timmy. You're safe now." As they emerged from the house, the storm began to clear, and a sense of peace settled over the neighborhood. The dark force that had plagued them for so long was finally vanquished. But as Alex looked back at the house one last time, he couldn't shake the feeling that this was not truly the end. For in the shadows, something still lingered, waiting for the right moment to return. Thank you for joining us on this terrifying journey. Remember, darkness can be vanquished, but it always finds a way to creep back in. Stay vigilant and stay brave. Until next time, brave souls.